Vlad Radu of AutoEvolution.com wrote about the SSR in 2021. He quotes, "Hate it or love it, the Chevy SSR is a unique piece of automotive Americana that will live forever. The gutsy idea for such a crossover is something that the industry is missing today, and we wouldn't mind if Chevy decided to build a successor in the future, even if it's an all-electric one." We're out here on June 3rd, 2023 at the Carnegie Museum Car Show in downtown Hanford. We're right in front of the old courthouse building. It's at Civic Park, and we are here to celebrate cars, and I want to show you a special car today. You saw her open, so you know what it is. It is a 2005 Chevrolet SSR sitting right over here. This is my dad's car, and I want to give you a little tour of it real quick, and it's a real special car. People love it or hate it, but you know what? Today let's talk about this car and what is great about this car and what happened with it. Starting at the front of the car, we have your typical 2000 Chevy kind of look, but the round headlamps split by the Chevy bar and then louvers coming down the front, big Chevy symbol in the front, and a big classic style round hood that goes over the front. One of those looks that either you love it to death or you hate it to death. But they were there to rock the world when they came up with this car, so they went for abandon, and they put this as the body style coming out. As cars turn on and off here at the car show, right here we have 19-inch wheels in the front, and we got 20s in the back, and it was a pretty good wheel style for the day that came with this vehicle. Just know that getting these center caps is kind of a pain in the butt, because when they get brittle and frail, they kind of fall off. So we've had to replace a couple of these, but yeah, there's a wheel package. Now, coming down to the side of the vehicle, there is not a car out there that looks like this. Big round fenders all the way over the top. Coming back here to another big round fender here in the back, and then all the way back to the bed. Now, they marketed this thing as a truck. Go figure. When this is down, it's pretty flat, and we'll do some pictures of it down here in just a little bit, but you got a whole bed back here. Yep. It's got tie-down rails going down the sides. It's got all kinds of stuff going on. And it's not the most space, but you know what? If you're having a car like this, you don't use it to haul down lumber and stuff, but it'll haul all the stuff for your home. It's pretty cool the way it sets up right here. The interior is all 2005 in here. All original. Interior is nice big gauges. All your controls are right here in the middle for the convertible top and windows and all that stuff. Interesting shift knob up there on top. We've got the leather seats back here. It's all done up really nice inside this vehicle. If I had one complaint to say, this vehicle does not have an antenna, so the radio reception is less than desirable, that's for sure. But look, a CD player. Try and show that to a kid these days, they'll have no idea what we're talking about. A quick history of the SSR, built from 2003 to 2006. They made about 24,000 of them, and they really didn't take off when they built them. It was not what they expected, but it's partly their fault, because when they first introduced this vehicle, they marketed it as a sports roadster. Really sporty, and they tried to harken back to the 1958 Chevrolet. They did a lot of different things to try and market this vehicle. But just like General Motors does at times, their marketing doesn't match what they actually put out. Back in those days, they were underperforming in every angle, and once again they did the same thing with this car, because in 2003 and 2004 they outfitted this thing with a 5.3 liter pickup truck engine. And it had, that mid, like 325 to 330 horsepower, had about 350 pound-feet of torque, and it just didn't live up to the roadster name that GM was promoting it as, and people picked up on it very quickly. So in the first 2 years, they sold about 11,000 of these, maybe 12,000, somewhere in there. And then in 2005, they made a change. They put the LS one motor in this one, a 6-liter gas, naturally aspirated engine. And it picked up 390 horsepower and 405 pound-feet of torque. And they finally had the car they should have put out back in 2003. Problem was, the nail was already started to be nailed into the coffin, and the reputation of the SSR had already been damaged very quickly by General Motors not coming out with a bang, right? So this car sitting behind me is a 2005 with that 6-liter. It's only got 66,000 miles on it, and it's 18 years old now. Do the math, that's only a few thousand miles a year. But they had a little issue, and that was the reputation was done. Now, this car sitting behind me, only about 9,000 were produced in 2005 and 2006, where they ended the model run that year. You know, we're going to take it for a drive a little bit later, but this car was ahead of its time. 4 hours at the car show, we are all done, ready to go. Let's take this thing for a quick drive and get some driving observations, and then we'll wrap it up here in just a few minutes. One thing about this car, I think, unlike many cars, this one gets better with age. And driving it is such a dream. I've got the top off right now and my hair is barely blowing. Helps with that little screen behind me there. But, I mean, oh, listen to that motor. Wow. It's just so nice to drive. It's unfortunate that Chevy didn't get it right out of the gate, but I'm finally glad that they did get it right out of the gate. But this thing has zero, I mean, it leans just a little bit, stays on the road, it tracks great, and listening to that 6-liter really makes my day. Just know that these cars are only going to get better with time, and we hope that we can see them around for a very long time. Let's wrap this thing up now. As I go to put this little guy away, I just want to thank you guys for watching Reviews It, and I hope you enjoyed this quick little look at the 2005 Chevrolet SSR 6.0 liter powerhouse. Oh, this thing is so fun to drive. Please subscribe below. We love having you come along, and you have an absolutely fabulous day.